So this Sunday, June 14th, we'll be together worshiping. As you can see, we've given you a little bit more space to maintain social distancing guidelines. And because of that, you can actually bring a blanket if you like and let your kids kind of just get on the ground and be here for church. If you are 65 or older, like I am, you can also bring a blanket and sit on the ground, but we just want to warn you because of social distancing guidelines, we can't help you get up. So just keep that in mind. Mark chapter 7 in verse 14. After Jesus confronts the Pharisees about their giving man's tradition heavier weight than Scripture, he withdraws with his disciples. Jesus called the crowd to him and he said, "Listen to me, everyone. Understand this. Nothing outside a man can make him unclean by going into him. Rather, it's what comes out of a man that makes him unclean." After he left the crowd and entered the house, his disciples asked him about this parable. It's interesting that they call it a parable. It's not truly a parable. What it is a saying that's difficult to understand. They're concerned about Jewish restrictions on certain types of unclean food. Jesus, are you really saying that we can eat bacon? Are you so dull, he asked, that you see nothing? Don't you see that nothing that enters a man from the outside can make him unclean? It doesn't go into his heart, it goes into his stomach and then out of his body. Now, in saying this, Jesus declared all foods clean. And then he went on. What comes out of a man is what makes him unclean. For from within, out of men's hearts, come evil thoughts, sexual immorality, theft, murder, adultery, greed, malice, deceit, lewdness, envy, slander, arrogance, and folly. All these evils come from inside and make a man unclean. Now, the disciples were very concerned about food restrictions because they lived with that every day. What was clean, what was unclean. What I'm drawn to look at are the things that Jesus mentions as the things that come out of a man's heart. Now, some of them are horrible things. Some of them are things that we participate on a regular basis. He talks about evil thoughts and sexual immorality, theft, murder, and adultery. Yeah. All of us would agree those are horrible things. Then he mentions greed, malice, deceit, lewdness, envy, slander, arrogance, and folly. Those are things that, well, yeah, we'd say they're not good. I don't think we'd put them in the same category with murder. Jesus does. He says these are the things that make us evil. Today, think about the little things. Think about the things that we commonly participate in. Envy, keeping up with the Joneses. Slander, gossip, did you hear the latest? These are things from which we must protect ourselves, because these are the things, according to Jesus, that make us evil. So let's learn, and let's submit our lives to Jesus. Hey, tomorrow we'll finish up this passage just by talking in general terms about tradition, history, and Scripture. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Jimmy, can you come help me get up?